Hi everyone, I am Dr. Shereene Idriss, a cosmetic dermatologist in New York City, and I am super excited to be part of Vogue India's Beauty Festival 2020. Something to be excited about in 2020. And I will be answering all of your most pressing skincare. Does makeup really expire? And sadly, the answer is yes. Foundations on average last 12 months or so, but anything you use on or around your eyes, you probably want to keep for 3 months, especially when it comes to eyeliner or mascara, because think about it. You're putting that mascara, that brush into the tube, then you're re-putting that brush back onto your eyes, and the next day and the next day and the next day, and bacteria is going to accumulate. So you don't want to have any unwanted, undesirable complications. When in doubt, toss it out. And anyway, it's always good to have a new refresh. Moving on, do I really need to wear sunscreen while mostly at home? I mean, I don't know about you, but unless you are living in a dark cave, you probably have windows. And if you have windows, you have sun. And if you have sun, you need sunscreen. What do I do to cover or improve the appearance of under eye circles? So this is your poor man's test. I want you to lay all the way back, just like that, with no shadowing possible, and then overhead light, which is my phone. That discoloration goes away, then it's due to shadowing, and usually you can fix that with filler, either lifting the face laterally or putting a tiny bit of filler under your eyes just to give you an open eye appearance. If it doesn't disappear, then it's most likely a hereditary genetic issue where the pigmentation is under your eyes. There are ingredients out there that can help brighten, such as hydroquinone, papaya extract, kojic acid, even niacinamide. However, it's not going to fully reverse it. So what's the best way for you to cover it up? If you are Indian, then look for red-orange tones in concealers, and you probably want to mix that with a little bit of a yellow pigmentation to give you that I woke up like this look. Can I avoid fine lines and wrinkles? Even the most beautiful people who grace this planet with their presence have fine lines and wrinkles. So if you are human and if you have emotions, you most likely have fine lines and wrinkles, and I would bet my bank savings account on that. That being said, you can definitely minimize their appearance by using a combination of retinol products, exfoliating regularly with light chemical exfoliants such as glycolic or lactic acid, or even going into your local dermatologist for an office procedure with either Botox to help minimize the movement so you don't have the wrinkles, for example, if you can't really frown like I am right now, or even lasers to help with the texture of your skin. But even then, you will always have a little bit of fine lines and wrinkles. How do I get rid of blackheads? Number 1, take the makeup off before you go to bed. Number 2, wash your face at night. Number 3, use a salicylic acid-based chemical exfoliant to get rid of all of that crud. Number 4, add a retinoid. Number 5, clay masks can also help. Is foundation bad for acne-prone skin? Listen, probably not, as long as you're washing your face at night and getting rid of all of that makeup. However, if you're going to sleep with it, then I would say don't use it. Number 1. Number 2, avoid stick foundations because you don't want to be reapplying it. Number 3, do not use foundations that give you excess shine or sheen because those are usually enhanced with oils, which you probably don't want. I would therefore opt for a mattifying foundation, something with dimethicone that's going to help suck up that oil. And I would look for things that are also non-comedogenic and fortified with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. How do I reduce excess oil production in my skin? Less is more. Don't overstrip your skin of its natural oils because your body will only try to overcompensate by making more oil. So use a gentle cleanser. I try to do it once a day. If you're super oily, go to twice a day, but then try to cut it back over time. Number 2, use a low pH cleanser, something that's not going to dismantle your skin's barrier, because you want to make sure it's not going to go crazy trying to protect itself by making more oil. Number 3, wash your face at night. Take the makeup off for sure. Number 4, do not use any oil-based makeup or skincare. Use things that are oil-free or non-comedogenic. And I don't even know what number I'm at. Blotting papers are your best friend. Do not underestimate the power of blotting paper throughout the day. All right, so you got a pimple and you have a big event coming up. Well, that was probably pre-COVID. Okay, maybe you have a big meeting on Zoom and you need to stop this pimple in its tracks. What do? Number 1, this is a trick. Don't overuse this trick because you don't want to cause more complications in the long term. But 1% hydrocortisone cream from the local market can probably help minimize the inflammation pretty much on the spot in the next day or 2. Number 2, if the pimple is coming to a head, take a hot shower. Don't squeeze it. When you come out of the hot shower, apply a hydrocolloid patch that's going to help suck it dry. Number 3, if the pimple is kind of oozing, benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid are going to be your best friends because it will minimize its appearance pretty darn fast. And if at this point it's a big mess of a pimple, do not touch it. Go see your dermatologist, and we have many tricks up our sleeves, including injections and prescription medications that could help. Vitamins or supplements are important for my skin. If I had to choose top 3, I would start with vitamin D, because hopefully you're wearing your sunscreen and you need to fortify your body with extra vitamin D. But not just that, vitamin D has been proven to help good skin health. Number 2, vitamin C, because it's a super strong antioxidant, but it also helps to build and make collagen, which helps with your skin bounce. Number 3, E, because that also has really good photoprotective effects, but it also helps with sebum regulation. So if you are on the drier side, it helps to make your skin nice and supple. What is the best way to remove your makeup? Definitely not makeup wipes. I do not like makeup wipes. Number 1, you start with a cotton pad, not the ball, the nice flat pad. You douse it in micellar water and then you go over your whole, you might do this 2 or 3 times, followed by a wash with a gentle cleanser to make sure you remove all of that residue. And you know your makeup is all off when you use a towel to dry your face and there is no streaking or residual color left behind. How do I find out my skin type? I actually hate this question because one person can have actually 3 or 4 different skin types all at once. I would say go after your biggest skin problem, tackle that first, and then address the rest. Since most people, I think it's either inflammation or rosacea. Once they have that under control, then they can address dehydration, they can address fine lines, wrinkles, pigmentation, etc. But look at your skin and see what your biggest issue is and go from there. My favorite skincare regime of 2020? I would say the less is more trend, because more people are wearing less makeup and therefore focusing more on their skincare. But also all of that excess fluff that they do not need. And I think the fact that people are realizing that hyaluronic acid is not so hydrating as it is more of a plumper has been a big one as well. There have been quite a few. Everybody in India, I just want to say Bahut Shukriya. Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun, and I cannot wait for the day that I can make it out there and meet all of you in person. I am Dr. Shereene Idriss, signing off.